John's organisation also runs a government-endorsed faith school for children from the age of 5 to 18.
Lord executes righteousness and justice. He has not dealt with us according to our sins, nor punished us according to our iniquities. Before Jesus came, people who sinned died. People who disobeyed God turned to a pillar of salt. So thank God for Jesus, because we can actually say, Jesus, I'm sorry, I did something wrong then. And we don't have to fear turning into a pillar of salt, which really, really, really happened in the Old Testament. Dominique?
And we don't also have to get sucked up into the earth like the Israel.
They did. There were some Israelites that got sucked up into the ground swallowed them up. And when the Israelites were in the desert, God thought, oh gosh, I'm looking after them and they're moaning. So he sent snakes to bite them.
All the teaching reinforces strict biblical beliefs. On the day I'm in the school, 6-year-old Amy is about to sit a science test.
Okay, you ready, Amy? We pray, Father, that you'll help her to check all her spelling and make sure that she's filled in every single question. In Jesus' name, amen. Good girl.
Question 5 on Amy's science paper is how many days did it take God to make the world? She gets the answer right.
God made the world in 6 days. God made light on one day. God made the sky and clouds on day 2. God called the sky heaven. Alright, so you've got 92%, okay? Right.
Being an independent school, Carmel does not have to follow the national curriculum. Here, the children are taught that evolution is wrong. The head teacher is David Owens.
Doctrinally, we're fundamentalists. We're using the Bible, even in science, to explain things. And history shows that using the Bible to explain things has got scientists quite far in life. We're Ofsted inspected and we're government registered. We believe it's a time for us, a time when people like Tony Blair open the door in this whole debate of faith schools. I think it's an ideal time for people like us, to strike while the iron is hot.
Carmel is one of 45 schools in the UK teaching this curriculum, imported from the US. 14-year-old Jessie shows me what she's been learning.
Right, okay. And what does it say about how old the moon is?
The moon, it says that the moon is about 6,000 to 10,000 years old.
Right, like the Earth?
Yes. I think it's about 6,000.
Okay,
yes.
Right. Tell me how old the Earth is.
Well, I don't know, do I?
But the children are taught how old the Earth is, roughly.
Well, give me an example of how they're taught how old the Earth is.
Well, I mean, one of the books they've got, they're told that the Earth and the Moon are between 6,000 and 10,000 years old.
Okay, yeah. So in that instance, well, because I'm not a science specialist, it's my big excuse. No, if you have that argument, or you look at the way they're taught that, the information they're given for that, the context, and then contrast that, or also show the way people teach that it's millions of years old or billions of years old, I wonder which one stands up, has the most credibility.
شو اسمك؟
وهمة.
كم عمرك؟
2.
كيف حالك؟
هنا.
ما تحية الإسلام؟
سياقم.
من ربك؟
الله.
أين الله؟
سماء.
من نبيك؟
محمد.
أين ولد الرسول؟
مكة.
إلى أين هاجر الرسول؟
مدينة.
ما دينك؟
سامة.
كم عدد أركان الإسلام؟
15.
كم عدد أركان الإيمان؟
6.
ما عمود الدين؟
سيارة.
ما أعظم واجب علينا؟
توحيد.
ما أعظم الذنوب؟
شرك.
هل يعلم أحد الغيب سوى الله؟
يا.
من هم المغضوب عليهم؟
يهود.
من هم الضالين؟
نصارى.
ما اسم الفرقة التي أثارت مسألة خلق القرآن؟
ماترية.
من هو العالم الذي رفض القول بخلق القرآن؟
أحمد حبل.
ما أعظم آية في القرآن؟
الكرسي.
من هي ذات النطاقين؟
السماء.
من هي سيدة نساء العالمين؟
فاطمة.
ما هي دار الكرامة؟
جنة.
ما هي دار العذاب والمهانة؟
نور.
ما هو دعاء الاستيقاظ من النوم؟
احنا جانا بدأ فطور.
بأي اليدين يأكل ويشرب المسلم؟
يمين.
ما حكم استخدام المسواك؟
هنا.
ما حكم استخدام المسبحة؟
بدأ.
ما حكم الاحتفال بالمولد النبوي؟
بدأ.
ما حكم سماع الأغاني؟
حرام.
من هي الصحابية التي قتلت 7 من الروم؟
حكيم.
قولي تكبير.
تكبير.
Time of creation, Garden of Eden, approximately 6,000 years ago.
Was it an explosion? Did we come from a glob of goo? Ugh. Ugh. I don't think so.
It's been said that we are the result of an explosion. Is this true? Is this scientific? Or is it just based on a belief?
Levi! Come here. I need to be near you. All right, let's go over some things. One popular thing to do in American politics is to note that the summers in the United States over the past few years have been very warm. As a result, global warming must be real. What's wrong with this reasoning?
It's only gone up 0.6 degrees.
Yeah, it's not really a big problem, is it?
No. I don't think that it's going to hurt us.
It's a huge political issue, global warming is, and that's why it's really important for you to understand.
Is evolution too?
Not really.
Creationism?
It's becoming one now. What if you had to go to a school where the teacher said creationism is stupid, and you're stupid if you believe in it?
I think they should. Yeah.
Well, or what if you had to go to a school where your teacher said evolution is stupid, and you're stupid if you believe in it?
I wouldn't mind that.
You wouldn't mind it. If you look at creationism, you realize it's the only possible answer to all the questions.
That's exactly what Dad said.
It's the only possible answer to all the questions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you get to the part on here where it says that science doesn't prove anything? And it's really interesting when you look at it that way.
It is.
It is.
Right.
Right.
I think personally that Galileo made the right choice by giving up science for Christ.
God didn't say have children and give my kids to someone else for 8 hours a day. And if I can homeschool them as well as the school can public school them, why would I send them somewhere else for 8 hours a day? Our nation was founded on Judeo-Christian values. We know when things started changing. You know, prayer got taken out of school, and the schools started falling apart. And now the rest of us are going, wait a minute, where is my country? Our firm belief is there are two kinds of people in the world. People who love Jesus and people who don't. And I want my kids to grow up knowing, you know what, it's a good thing to be a Christian.
Hillary Clinton, at a press conference with Palestinian Media Watch in the U.S. Senate, criticized Palestinian television and school books.
We must stop the propaganda to which Palestinian children are being exposed, because it basically, profoundly poisons the minds of these children.
Hamas uses its television station to indoctrinate Palestinian children to value violence, hatred, and martyrdom.
فلسطين غدت ياسينا زهرتها تحمل سكينا
Palestinian children are exposed on Hamas television to charming characters who poison them with hatred.
انت ليش اسمك اسود وانت شكلك ارنوب؟
لانه يا هذا الارنوب دايما انسان ايش؟ مش كويس، صح ولا لا؟ وانسان جبان، لكن انا السود ان شاء الله اللي هخوف اليهود واكل لهم اكل ان شاء الله رب العالمين.
طيب أماني، يعني أنت رأيتي الهجمة التي يشنها الغرب على الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. نعم، أكيد كلنا سوف نقاطع المنتجات الدنماركية.
نحاربهم لأنهم سبوا على رسول الله.
إن شاء الله حنقتلهم، صح ولا لا؟
بإذنه تعالى.
حنعضهم وناكلهم، صح ولا لا؟
Children are encouraged to seek death as heroic martyrs for Allah. Even in kindergarten, children are indoctrinated to aspire to violence and martyrdom. This music video simulates the reaction of a 5-year-old girl to her mother's suicide terror attack. The young girl concludes, bombs are more precious than children.
كنت شايلة ما بين ايديك لغم مكاني، دلوقتي بس عرفت ايه كان اغلى منا، دلوقتي بس عرفت حبي مش هيكون كلام، انا بعد ماما على الخطاب. أمي
Hamas teaches their children to see themselves as the ones who will subjugate the entire world under Islam.
والذي نضع وإياكم حجر الأساس لقيادة العالم بقيادة إسلامية.
ونذكركم أننا نحن العظماء انطلقنا في هذا البرنامج لنقود هذا العالم، وستكون النوى بإذن الله تعالى من هنا من فلسطين.
فلسطين يا سراء، من أين بالضبط؟ من غزة؟ أم من القدس؟ أم من رام الله؟ أم من كل فلسطين؟
نعم، من كل فلسطين. أذكركم أن الأقصى والأسرى أمانة في أعناقنا، وسيسألنا الله يوم القيامة ماذا قدمنا من أجلهم.
يا قدس إنا قادمون، يا قدس قد حان المنون، يا قدس إنا للعداء لن نستكين ولن نهون. هذه فلسطين الحبيبة علمتنا من نكون، وعلمتنا أن نكون جنود رب العالمين، ندك على تل الطغاة نذيقهم نار المنون تقوت حرب الأباد.
These children deserve an education that instills respect for life and peace instead of glorifying death and violence. The videos we viewed at that Senate hearing were a clear example of child abuse that basically profoundly poisons the minds of these children.